All right, lads, welcome back to InsideMC, the podcast. Write it down with an amazing guest. Can't really say every week anymore. I keep taking breaks, but it's needed. Trust me, there's a lot cooking. You'll see. You would have seen hopefully by now by the time this podcast comes out. Regardless, it's fine because we're back again. We have an amazing guest on. They're sort of Minecraft related. We'll get into that later on in the podcast. But, you know, I'd class them as somewhat another variety content creator. Today, I'm joined with Dampptowel.
Hello, everyone. What a pleasure it is to be on the podcast. Thank you so much for having me.
How are you doing today?
Oh, we're starting out with the how are you doing? I am doing great. How are you?
I am good, thank you. It's nice to see you've done absolutely zero research on the podcast.
Sorry, I am an avid fan.
I do the same format every single podcast, and you're shocked that I started off with "How are you?" That's literally my first line.
I'm sorry, I'm not studious enough.
You skip the intro. You just don't care about it. You're like, you hear the same thing every single time. So you just skip over it. Jump straight into the podcast. That's a real listener right there. That is an excuse to skip. Please don't skip the intros. They're cool. They're fun. We yap a lot. We've had a big chat before the podcast began, anyways. So we've been yapping away. We got our voices warmed up. I've also been talking to a lot of customers today, so I'm a bit tired, but I'm ready to lock in, and this is gonna be great.
It'll be some chill vibes, a little bit of a nice Minecraft pod to put on in the background, or if you're avidly listening, thank you. But yeah, it'll be a fun one. I promise. I'll keep it chill.
It's so funny. It really has become a podcast that's like branded inside Minecraft, but isn't anything Minecraft related. Like, yeah, we'll touch on some Minecraft stuff and I'll interview a Minecraft creator, but we don't actually talk about the game really. And you'll see as we go on that this just isn't really Minecraft related. But regardless, before we get into more stuff, I always like to give the introduction for you to introduce yourself. So who are you?
Yeah.
What do you do? And if you have a fun fact, either about yourself or something you know, floor's yours.
Of course. Well, my name is Daisy, otherwise known as Dampptowel on the. I am an esports host, commentator, and content creator. So I make content on DeadlockAir, and soon to be what is now an announcement here, I guess, Minecraft Air. Woo!
Ooh, how's that gonna work?
So, basically, I have been working with people in esports for a while. And, you know, it's from League to Dota to Counter-Strike to everything. The one thing that they all have in common is we all love Minecraft. We're all just like, you know, we all grew up on our little PCs playing Minecraft in one form or another. So, and I love it as well. Like it's always been my passion, despite me going into all these different sports like F1 and Counter-Strike and all these different things. Minecraft has always been my passion. So I really want to bring that back and bring also creators from different spaces into the Minecraft space, give them a place and a platform to do some fun Minecrafty bits. Because, you know, I think that's what we all like to do at the end of the day. Just a little bit of Minecraft. So that's what our channel direction is heading towards. We're going to do some creator events. Patch notice is also coming to Minecraft, so that's going to be a good time, and I'm looking forward to doing so much more in the space.
What's patch notice?
Oh, what's patch notice? You see, now you didn't do your research.
I said in the intro, I said before the podcast, I will sometimes, a lot of the time, all the time, I don't know the answer to something. So you have absolutely no clue if I actually do know the answer to this or don't know the answer to this. Regardless,
well, you know what?
You have to answer it.
We'll pretend it's the audience, you know. The audience doesn't know what patch notice is.
Exactly.
I will explain it. So, basically, Patch Notice is a series created by my fiance, Jackie Powers, originally for Counter-Strike. It did really well, and it basically did a quick overview of the things that have changed in a recent patch or update for the game. In a visual format that's easily digestible for people to understand, and we really focus on high-quality shots, high-quality production overall. And people really enjoyed the series, so we brought it to Deadlock. It boomed in popularity. We were so blown away by the support, and it's something I've always wanted to bring over to Minecraft with the constant patches and updates we're getting. I'm always up to date. I'm a little nerd, dude. I'm like always keeping up with the updates and the patches. So I'm like, dude, no one even knows all the cool stuff that's going on. Like, I want to put it in a visually understandable format, just like we do for Deadlock, just like we do for Counter-Strike. And now, soon to be, Minecraft. So Patch Notice will be coming to Minecraft. I hope you guys will watch it. And yeah, we are excited to bring that content to you guys. So yay!
So it's just a better last month InsideMC that actually focuses on the game. That's my way of putting it. Like it is. Like last month InsideMC.
Yeah, it's just high quality cinematic shots that visually represent what's changed in the game.
That's cool,
so you can check in with your favorite game and see what's going on. And we call it Patch Notice. But yeah, that's our mainstay series here.
we might as well keep talking about Minecraft Air here. We'll make this like kind of the forefront of the podcast,
cheeky.
and then we'll get into talking about you and
Esports.
stuff later on. Yeah, exactly. But when you say about like obviously with DeadlockAir, it kind of covers esports and all that kind of jazz.
Yeah.
How exactly do you plan on? You said you're going to do Minecraft events and stuff like that, but how exactly do you plan on doing that with Minecraft Air? Like, what do you have anything that you can leak? What's in your locker?
Yeah, so obviously a lot of stuff is in the works. Can't talk too much about it, of course. It's a bit under wraps at the moment. This is our like first announcement of even Minecraft Air in general. So you guys are first. For those of you listening to the podcast, congratulations.
Woo!
But yeah, we do have a lot of things planned. Unfortunately, I can't say too much yet, but I do hope you guys keep your eyes on that. It's going to be sick. We do have a lot of really cool stuff in the works.
Do you know much about the Minecraft event scene?
Yes. Oh my gosh, I've followed MCC and all these competitions for so long now, and it's really given me like the drive to do something myself, honestly.
So how is that gonna, because like for instance yesterday from recording this podcast, Feinberg hosted a Pandora's Box event, which had quote unquote the best Minecraft event players, 32 of the best Minecraft event players going head to head in a draft. When you introduce this new like kind of like event and all these little bits here and there, do you plan on inviting like some of the best Minecraft players, or do you plan on inviting some of the best players from different games and different communities, or a mix of both?
What? My goal has always been to merge esports more with the Minecraft scene, because I know there's so many people out there from different scenes who want to get involved as well. So my goal will probably be shifting esports focus more onto Minecraft. I do have some funny quips about that in a sec. But overall, I would love to have popular creators come on, of course. I know they're all so busy and this is a new channel, so they might not have the time. But yeah, if I could potentially get some people on that are creators, of course, yeah, I'd love that. But you know how it is with the space, getting in early and trying to get people on your event. It's a bit difficult. So if anyone is interested, yeah, for sure. I would love to have more creators involved. But for now, I think my focus is bringing a lot of the esports people into the focus of the Minecraft scene, letting them experience what it's like to have this like high stakes competition in the Minecraft world. And I did come up with like some really cool names if you want to hear it for competitive Minecraft. Are you ready?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, what do you think of this? So, cube competitive.
Okay.
But
all right. Okay.
And then also like esports, but like it's a sorting competition.
Oh, I get
no,
it.
these are really
yeah.
bad. I'll go back to the work. I'll go back to the blackboard. It's fine. It's fine.
Okay. Cube. Wait, what was the first one you said? Cube. Oh crap. Cube something. What was the first one you said?
Cube. Oh god, it sounded better.
Yeah, because it's very similar
like
to Cube Champs. Cube Championships.
Oh yeah, dude. First of all,
that's the name of
a stake in Cube Champs, because they're owning it recently.
Yeah. I don't have stakes. I'm more of like a an official partner InsideMC Cube Championship.
Dude, you guys have been killing it. Congratulations on that, by the way. Well
Thank
done.
you. I mean, it's more them. I don't really do too much other than help get some players in and also help with the promotion. But other than that, it's all them. It's all Amy and Velvet. They're cooking.
Shout out to the Cube Champs team, Amy and Velvet. Well done to you guys.
There's a lot of cool Minecraft events and stuff coming out of the scene. There's like it's interesting because
it's really gotten me pumped up and ready to like enter the scene and make my own stuff. Like it's really inspirational as well.
It's just you got to make sure like you really stand out is the only problem, because like for instance there's it's not to promote other events here because I know you got your own coming up. I just want to refer to them anyways. It's like Buy and Battle is like not very like crazy active, but like it's really good when they do run one. Obviously like Blockbuster's just been pumping out like events like it's nothing. PB have been doing collabs. Like there's so many Minecraft events, and like the smaller ones that are they have players, they have like an interest, they have a viewer base, but at the same time when like they just don't put as much effort into the big ones, it's very easily that they get lost, if that makes sense. And I trust you will, because you and DeadlockAir and stuff always put a lot of effort into your content, but you just need to make sure that that's what you're doing fully.
Yeah, no, 100%. It's really competitive. Just the gaming industry in general and esports, it's all, you got to put in 100% to get anything back.
Will you
totally.
Will you be looking for any casters perchance?
Potentially. We do have our DeadlockAir talent, our phenomenal team here. But otherwise, there are opportunities for sure. We always love promoting grassroots esports talent and bringing more people up to the forefront as well.
No,
so
of course,
keep
yeah.
an eye out for opportunities for sure.
Yeah, of course. Obviously I don't want you to neglect your team, but at the same time, like it'd be handy to have someone on who knew a bit about the Minecraft
Yeah.
event scene, you know? So, at least in my eyes, of course.
Little self-plug, cheeky little
but
self-promo. Have you done much Minecraft casting in the past?
yeah. If you go to the I mean, I'm plugging on my own podcast. If you go to the Inside
This is
MC
your
channel
podcast.
and you go to live on that, you'll see like a bunch of like casting I've done, which I've set up myself. So I switch between, if an event has 32 players, I switch between 32 individual POVs. While casting, I manage the switching of the POVs, processing the casting. I do it alongside someone else, and I do it at Facecam. Like it's like the most recent ones. It's actually pretty impressive. I mean, I can't believe it's already been 4 months. Oh man, I didn't face reveal until like March this year. I didn't put my face out there at all until I got accepted for the TwitchCon panel. Yeah. I mean, I just didn't like to. And then I got accepted for a TwitchCon panel. And then I was like, you know what, to practice, let me do Facecam streams. And then after that, it just went like, now I stream only with Facecam pretty much, unless I'm just having an off day. The 3 most recent casts, they were all originally just with my PNG, but the 3 most recent ones have my face in it. So I have experience of sitting in front of a camera and casting like that. I do need to do another cast if there's an event before. I don't think there's going to be an event this weekend, but I definitely need to like kind of get back into it. But I mean, I do the podcast. I talk to a different person every single week. I've got the capabilities, I'd like to say. So we won't transition just yet because I still want to talk a little bit more about Minecraft Air and Deadlock Air. So with I guess this is the last part I have to ask about Minecraft Air before we get into Deadlock Air, is what exactly inspired you to get into Minecraft? Like I know you mentioned it earlier about the whole wanting to do the change logs, and also because you enjoy Minecraft and stuff like that, but you're making a whole new channel, you're doing essentially what you did there on Minecraft, but like what, if that makes sense, like what really inspired it?
Yeah. So, of course, I was inspired by all the amazing events in the space, right? But that's not my main focus. Of course, that's something I want to do with more creators and people out in esports, but our main focus for Minecraft Air will be the patch notice series, because that's what we're good at and what we love to do, you know, is bring people the patch notes in a visual format. And there's so much going on with Minecraft on a snapshot to snapshot basis that I feel like it just needs to happen. So that's the inspiration for that. But otherwise, Minecraft has always been a passion of mine, and I've played it since I was a kid. I think it was like one of the first games I played. I was like playing in alpha. I remember when there was no hunger bar, like that kind of stuff. The water was blue. But yeah, I just always loved Minecraft, and I was always itching for a way to bridge it into my esports career. And I love esports, but Minecraft has never left my focus, and I really want to engage with it more, you know. So that's where my inspiration came from, for sure.
I made a video a little while back, like the future of Minecraft esports, because technically Minecraft does have an esports. I'm not sure if you know, they do.
It does. Definitely does.
No, I mean, actually, they have like they have like an actual official esports in schools across like America. They actually do like Minecraft esports.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
I know, and no one really knows about it. But I mean, it's not like it's not like incredible. I watched some of it. It's not exactly the most like entertaining stuff.
No, but like esports is like becoming a lot more prevalent in schools in general.
Oh,
so it's cool to see that like that's also applying to Minecraft as well.
But the thing that I see is, as much as the Minecraft event scene is amazing, there's a lot of really cool events, and obviously they all work really hard. The thing that I'd say is closest to the to Minecraft esports is MCSR ranked. Like it's the perfect format in my opinion for what like could be a Minecraft esports. I mean, like obviously it's harder to do with like PvP and stuff like that because it just won't be as entertaining. I actually had an idea like last year. I commissioned like art for it. It was called Mob, Minecraft's Own Boxing. That was the name of it. And it was going to be like PvP, like a PvP like brackets and stuff like that. But then I didn't go ahead with it because it just wasn't as entertaining off of paper. But yeah, like, you know, it's interesting to see what you've got. I'm interested to see what you've got in your locker, and I'll definitely be keeping up with it.
Oh my gosh, I remember seeing MCC on the stage at TwitchCon, and that was like really for me the first big like Minecraft is an esport moment. You know, like they do, first of all, such an amazing job. Shout out to Nox Crew and all the amazing team there. For putting that on, because just seeing it in an esports capacity, just being on the stage, celebrating the players, like the organization that went into it is so cool. And it's honestly like really what inspired me to start doing my stuff as well. More hard on Minecraft. So I think we are getting into a place where Minecraft is way more prevalent in the esports space, especially thanks to MCC. So it was really cool seeing it on the stage at TwitchCon, and I definitely hope we get to see more in the future. future. I love that we're getting more Minecraft on Twitch Rivals and getting more into that space for sure.
100%. We've referenced it a few times here, but you know, just to kind of answer the question for anyone who's been wondering, what is DeadlockAir now?
Okay, so for those of you who don't know, DeadlockAir is a brand created by myself and my fiance, Jackie Power. We basically started making videos for Deadlock, which is Valve's newest title that's currently in development. We started making videos for that while the game was still like secret, so we were doing like little private videos, you know, unlisted. No one could find them unless you had like the link, you know, we were doing patch notices. Then the game kicked off. It was released, and Valve promoted our videos directly to the entire space. It was amazing.
Wow.
They did it twice, actually. So from there, DeadlockAir just boomed, and we just went with it. And from there, we just started creating content for Deadlock, from doing esports events in the space, you know, hosting our own charity clash with creators such as Doki Bird and Hollow Stars, to just creating our own content, you know, Patch Notice and all these other videos. But that's what DeadlockAir is. We are basically just like our own little group of friends who create Deadlock content and try to make the highest quality content possible.
Oh, and how long?
Yeah.
How long has this been going on for? This channel?
I think now we've just hit a year, maybe 2 years, something like that. I could probably find the exact date, but it's only been a few years or something like that.
Gee, so you're doing you guys have
Deadlock's
done
development.
amazing. Yeah, in a year span.
Yeah, no, we were so shocked by all of the support. It was incredible. Like, I still don't know how to handle it really, but it's just so amazing, and it really pushed us to become more active in the creator space for sure. But aside from that, like, we are all esports talent, you know? So the entire team is made up of esports talent, and we've all been in the esports space for a while, and we just didn't realize how much of a boom this would have. So it's been such a huge shock to us, suddenly switching to a content creator role as well. It's been great.
Yeah, because Dead Air, as it's called on Twitter, is it's also a podcast as well, right?
Yeah, we have our own podcast as well. Cheeky plug there. But yeah, we usually have creators from all over the space, from like different spaces, who just enjoy, like, you know, like the Minecraft scene. It's people from League or Dota, or even, you know, just other professional players and esports talent who enjoy the game. Come on, talk about the game, and, you know, anything else that might come up.
Wait, does that mean you're gonna start an MC Air podcast? Am I gonna have competition?
Ooh, you know what? I might just have to. But then, in that case, you would have to be my first guest.
Oh, you know, I'll take that. I appreciate that.
But yeah, honestly, it's been a while I've been waiting to come on this podcast. I've been watching for a while, and it's great to finally be here and be able to talk about my passion for the Minecraft space in general. I've been watching quietly from the sidelines for so long.
I can't believe our interaction, or how we essentially knew each other, was just from following each other on Twitter. That was literally, like, we hadn't spoken until, you know, I think you messaged me about like being at TwitchCon, which we'll get into. We'll get into the TwitchCon talk in a second here.
Yeah,
but you messaged me about being at TwitchCon, and then we just kind of didn't say anything, and then you messaged about being a guest, and I went, yeah, you know what, why not? And then that was
to be fair, that's usually how esports works. You're like mutual friends on Twitter. You like each other's stuff. You're aware each other exists, but then you run into each other at like a con or something, and then you really meet. But I feel like I've had so many friends like that, where I've known them for years on the internet, and then we finally get to like talk. Since it's so funny. I don't know why that works the way it does.
Because this is what I was saying to I mentioned to you beforehand, I've had Cody on the podcast. So I think I got introduced to Cody through like CPK. That's how I found out about him. But him on the podcast, was interested, and then we when I was at TwitchCon, like, we'd planned to meet up. But obviously he was very busy doing stuff, and then I was busy.
Oh, yeah.
So I messaged him. And I said to him, like, we need to meet up. So he said, okay. So he came outside, and I interviewed him. We recorded an interview there and then for the TikTok. Like, I was doing like 1 minute interviews basically. They weren't actually 1 minute, but you know.
I know I'm doing a lot of shout outs, but shout out to Cody Cass. My goodness, what a guy. Like, he was working so hard at TwitchCon. He was running around, just always on his feet, always had something to do, so busy. And like, he still made the time for me as well to just like help me out and show me around when I was helping out with TwitchCon, just showing me the ropes. And what a guy. Just a lovely lad. So shout out Cody Kyle Cass. Very cool guy.
What I guess the transition and did you have anything else you wanted to talk about regarding DeadlockAir or MC Air
No,
or
no, I'm good. I've said my piece. I've said I'm announcing a Minecraft channel. But I'm happy to talk about anything you're curious about, esports wise or otherwise.
Oh yeah, let's waffle. It's time to waffle. Here we go. So since we've touched on TwitchCon now, we might as well carry on that conversation. So how many
Sure.
TwitchCons have you been to?
Honestly, not that many. The last one I worked was, I think, either my first or my second. But otherwise, I haven't had the privilege of going to too many, given that I live in Amsterdam, which also isn't an excuse because I didn't
No,
go to
it's
the
not
Amsterdam
at all.
one. But but I also didn't get a chance to go to the US ones for obvious reasons, living in Europe. But
It's
I
a bit
am so
pricey.
happy that I got to go to the Rotterdam one, and from now on, I will be there at every TwitchCon because it was so much fun. Also, seeing all my friends there, I've got to go.
How exactly do you mean when you say you worked it? What did you mean by that?
So I was brought in last time in a production capacity. They were running short on hands. They know I do work in esports, and in esports, you have to be flexible with what you're willing to do. Actually, my biggest advice for people who want to get into esports is to be flexible. If you want to be a caster, be okay being an admin first. Try your hand in production. Get to grips with what it means to run a broadcast, and then you will get an opportunity in a later sense. But that's basically how I got my start in esports. I was a talent manager and I produced a lot of the shows. And so they knew that I had the experience to bring me in and help out. So they were a few hands short, and I was brought in to help with the production and help run around, fill in any gaps. It was actually a lot of fun. Shout out to Cody again for just helping me out and holding my hand and helping me out throughout the entire process of TwitchCon. It's so hectic, and the people there work so hard to make it real. So definitely props to them, but that's what I was doing there last time. Otherwise, I might just show up in a esports capacity or just show up to have fun because it's such a cool event. And I get to see all the favorite people.
I can't believe like you was at MCC Live and all that kind of jazz, and we didn't bump into each other once because I had like
I know.
I've been to 3 TwitchCons now in a row. I went to Paris in 23, Rotterdam in 24, and then Rotterdam again in 25.
wow.
But like in 23, we literally got the Euro because I live in England. We got the Eurostar in the morning. Did Paris on a Saturday, or did TwitchCon on a Saturday.
gosh.
We got the Eurostar home the same night on the Saturday. And then Rotterdam last year, we actually put effort into it, and I had a great time. But I said, like, with this year, I really want to, like, I still want to have a good time, but I really want to make sure, like, I actually put, like, I capitalize, right? I wanted to capitalize.
Yeah.
And I did. Like, I had something going on every day. I did all those interviews. I had the panel. I casted a football match.
It's so
like,
busy.
it was so,
but
I
you
kept
own
myself,
it.
yeah, like, I was so happy because I was like, you know, I need this to be
Yeah.
the year,
Yeah.
and I want next year to be even bigger. Like I'd love to, and I've been open about this.
Let's go.
Wade and Kara and Jack Jivik and Jojo, anyone who's casted Corey, anyone who's casted an MCC Live, they've all done an amazing job. I would, and I've made it very clear to them as well. I would absolutely love the opportunity to cast an MCC Live. Like that's what I want. I really want to do that. Or even just like you said there, like even just to work on the production. Like I've never been asked, but I'd be quite interested in doing that.
Yeah, honestly, I'd say the best thing to do then in that case would literally just try to get involved in any way.
Just message
like
Cody.
ask, do you need any help? Like, do you need anyone to run like sandwiches? Do you need help with stage? Like, let me help in any production capacity, an admin capacity, helping people get into game. Like, you know how things.
I've never
you've
done
been
it
in the Minecraft
before, but
space.
I'm a fast learner. So if someone told me how to
But
do it, I could probably quickly
know
do it.
more than most, having been in the space, and you, like you said, you're a fast learner. Just being there in any capacity is so huge, you know?
Yeah, I get you. What's run sandwiches? I actually don't know what that means. I'll be honest.
It's more just like, if you're a production assistant, you help out with whatever they need, and also bringing food is an insane job. Like you've got to carry like 50 bags of food all the way up the TwitchCon stairs, stuff like that. But that, someone's got to do it. There's always a place for someone to fill in the gaps. So for sure, if anyone even listening to the podcast is interested in getting into esports, for sure, just ask for roles like that. Be like, can I help? Can I just like run food for you?
I think the food thing I might not be able to do only because I'm very so when I like leave my house, I have to pull the handle
people
down.
are so
No,
They're
but
so underfed. Like, all the people who are working do not get food. They need help. They
No,
need someone to bring them food. It's so bad.
but what I mean is, like, I like when I leave my house and I lock my door, I pull the handle down like 15 times to make sure it's locked. Like, I know it's locked after the first one, but I'll stand there just making sure it's 100% locked. Like with the food stuff, I'd have to go back and count it or like check it, and it's just anything else I can do. Like, I'm not that hyper fixated on stuff, but when it comes to
No, of course.
when it comes to that specifically, it's like I guess it's kind of the working as a barista. There's like always like that one of the big things they worry you about is like allergies. Sorry,
like I know
using
that
the wrong
sounds
milk.
like a small job, but everything that goes into an esports broadcast, like not even just running food, like that was just an example, but
I get you.
Like all of these things play a huge part in making the show run. It's not just the people on stage that make it happen. It's all of the production behind the scenes that like make the show happen, make the people on stage look good. You know, it's all extremely pivotal, and I'd say even more pivotal than the people on stage. So definitely, if you guys are interested in getting into esports, or even you, just look for any sort of production role or any admin role, anything that they might need help with. It would help immensely, and for sure put you in a better spot for the opportunities you're really looking for in the future. That's basically my advice. But otherwise, broadcast is a team sport.
True. Yeah. I said this last year that Veracity, she did an absolutely amazing job with the interviews. Like she always does.
I love Jazz.
Yeah, she did great. But I did also say, like, if I couldn't get a casting position, that like kind of doing the whole podcast and stuff, and also like a lot of people who are on that stage have come on the podcast.
Yeah.
That kind of, I wouldn't want to take away from Veracity because it's clearly her thing. She's done it 2 years in a row. But I'd love to, like, if I didn't get the casting gig to do that, to interview the creators or like run around and kind of do that part. But now it's very hosting. I know they're very like not specific on it, but they want someone who definitely has experience in the hosting field for that one, because you're actually getting the crowd engaged. You're kind of exactly. But it's still cool. Like it's still a cool opportunity regardless. So what exactly was it that you were doing? Like, did you do anything? I know you said you was kind of running around, but was there any specific aspects you did heavier than the others?
No, I just kind of literally like helped out wherever they needed. So if they needed someone backstage, I would help out backstage. If they needed me to help with the socials, follow Cody around, then I do that. It was really fun, actually. It was really interesting seeing all the different aspects of what goes into running TwitchCon and being able to help out in every single way, just as a branch, So that was a really interesting experience, definitely a learning experience, and I hope that I get to work in a talent capacity in the future. We'll see, wink, wink. But it was really great, even just doing that, helping out wherever I could, and it. I feel like with the amount of thank yous I got as well, I really think I'd like to think I made a difference.
You definitely did. I'm sure you did amazing.
Aw. But yeah, I did get to see a lot of the MCC people and say hi and see all of the hard work that they put into even making the stage run. So it was just insane to see the amount of work that they do. Obviously, I know from esports how much work goes into it, but just to see it in a Minecraft capacity was so cool, and I made sure to tell them that they're doing an amazing job. It was so nice to see them.
We gotta be sure to meet up next TwitchCon. We have to.
Yeah, we've got to run it back.
Well,
maybe we'll get to talk in real life, not animated.
Exactly, yeah. We actually get to look at each other and be like, oh my god, wait, you're a real person? What
do you mean? I'm here right now looking at you through my Minecraft skin.
Yes, yeah, exactly. Yeah, we are staring at each other right now.
Happening.
In before the animation is actually looped on the part where we look at the screen. We've mentioned esports a few times. Obviously you work in esports. But before we move into that, I have a question, very random.
Sure.
What is the capital of Italy?
Sicily, no? Or is it Rome?
It's I.
Oh, yeah, I've heard that one.
I literally stole it from you. I stole it from you. Like, it's your thing.
Yeah, I know. Dude, where did I say that?
I know that. Roman Rodri did the research and they brought it up.
Oh, that's so good. It must be from one of my interviews or something, I'm sure.
Yes.
I used to do, for those of you who are listening to the podcast, I still do interviews, but I used to really go hard on the interviews and ask people random questions like that, catch them off guard, kind of try to surprise them on the interview. But that's a good one. That's a good callback, dude.
How do you make fist bumps connect?
How?
I don't know. It's not a joke. It's just a topic of conversation that you normally had with guests. You'd ask them how they make their fist bumps connect.
Oh yeah, dude, you're literally making me remember like all of my old content right now. What the hell?
See, and you said I didn't.
Oh my
do any
gosh, you're so
research.
right. So that was in context to Gamer Legion. The coach was someone who won a Counter-Strike major before, or was on the Counter stage. And he could not make his fist bumps connect with his teammates. So I was just asking, how do you get, like, because he's perfected the art since then with his new team that he's coaching now. And I'm like, how do you manage to get the fist bumps so good? How do you make them connect properly, you know? It was an important, pivotal part of the conversation. Silly out of context, but now you guys know. Do you have any more surprises for me? Go on.
No, I just want to ask you
chuck me
about. Well, I don't have any more topics. I just want to ask you about that series
Oh man,
in
I
general.
was hoping for one last ringer. Oh, that's cool.
Bear with me one
Good
second.
callbacks, dude. That's brilliant.
If you were an item from Minecraft, what would you be?
Right. Okay.
That's
I
a
see you're
callback.
taking inspiration from my if you were an item from Counter-Strike, what would you be? Good reference there.
Yes,
You know what? I would be the crafting table. Very versatile, classic, OG, recognizable, iconic, very good. And
Fits the
also
logo.
the new icon for our Minecraft Air logo.
Oh, I'm sorry, I beat you there. Apologies.
You walked into that one.
Well, no, I said it first. I literally said it, but you didn't hear me. I was like, I actually said
Oh, I
it
didn't
before
hear
you did. I'm
you.
sorry. That's why I apologize.
My bad,
I
dude.
stole your thunder. I know I keep kind of delaying the esports talk here, but I'm going to delay it a little bit further. Let's actually talk
Go on,
about.
I'm having a great time.
Let's talk about that channel of yours. The
Oh
Damp.
god, okay.
The Damp channel.
Wait, mine?
Your Dampptowel.
Oh my god,
YouTube channel.
my channel.
Yeah,
Dude,
let's
that's
talk about
crazy.
that.
All right, let's do it.
So the only content you have here is of you doing the interviews, and you also have like a little show reel. What kind of firstly inspired the interviews? I mean, it's gonna link back to esports, it's obvious, but I'm still gonna ask you regardless. And
yeah,
why
no,
did you stop?
That's
Well,
a good question. First off, I didn't stop.
I mean, on the channel specifically.
No, yeah,
sorry.
you're right. So honestly, it's more of one of those where my focuses started shifting. I got a lot more esports work. I started doing things on DeadlockAir, and you only have so much time but interviews was basically where I got my start. I really love doing even today. I think my preferred esports role is interviewer. I love interviewing. It's great, and I think I'm really good at it. So what I did, which is really funny, I haven't talked about this. You were the first person to ask me about my channel. That's crazy. I reached out to every F1 sim racer that I could possibly imagine with like, you know, hey, would you like to do an interview? And to my surprise, I actually got back like a lot of responses from like official teams like Williams and BS Plus, which is BMW's competition racing team, and several others from like Mouse and other things. And I was just no one at that point. I didn't even get my start into esports yet. So I was really surprised that they were giving me the opportunity to interview such high profile racers. And from that point, that's where I started, is just reaching out to random pros, random, you know, teams and people I wanted to interview and hope they agree. And that's what I was doing for a while. I was just interviewing people. But I really loved the interview content. And I was even thinking that like on the Minecraft channel, I would love to bring that back even for Deadlock. The interviews were always one of my favorite things to do. I still love to interview. There were a lot of amazing, funny moments like the ones that you just mentioned from personalities that you don't really get to see. Like that's the thing. They're always in a professional capacity on the stage. So my goal was to bring out the personality in these racers and these players. And I love doing that. So there is so much personality in esports, and I feel like you need to shine a light on it more. Even today, there's not enough. Yeah, interview content is definitely on the table in the future, but that's what my channel's about. You can see my like silly little interviews there if you'd like. What a silly little callback.
It's so it's kind of like the goal with InsideMC. Like I've said it before, that I mean, if you look on it, I mean, maybe you have before, but if you look on like throughout the channel, there's a lot of people who have come on the podcast who have never been on a podcast before. And the reason that my goal with that was to like bring on people who I want on, obviously that I'm interested in talking to, but also give the opportunity to people who may never be on a podcast, who have never got to go on a podcast, to come on the podcast. So
yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm getting to give the opportunity for people to kind of, you know, speak and get their word out and all that kind of jazz.
Because I was basically just talent manager before I became esports talent. I was working in the industry, of course, but I was like, okay, how do I make that bridge? And I started just making interview content. And that's where I got my start, is I think just putting yourself out there in the capacity that you want to be seen in. So that's what that is. I would love to bring that back. Dude, you really reminded me of my interview. It's really good.
Do it with Minecraft creators. It was very entertaining. I enjoyed it.
I'll bring it to Minecraft, bro. That's you know what? You've inspired me.
Thank you.
I'm doing it.
Let's go.
Let's go.
You will finally get into the esports talk here now because you reference it so much here. So how long have you been doing or like in the esports scene?
Oh God, I'd say nearly 5-6 years now. Maybe a bit longer than that. But yeah, quite a while. Obviously, I know people who have been in the space far longer than me, 10 years, 12 years, 15 years, 20 years. People who were doing esports before it was even profitable, just doing it for the love of talking about gaming and video games. But I came in kind of second gen.
And what inspired you to get into it?
So I loved gaming my whole life. Obviously, I think a lot of the people who grew up before video games became popular were doing it because they loved it, because you would get bullied profusely for liking video games, of course. And I was one of those people who did get bullied for liking Minecraft and being in the computer lab at lunch and playing Minecraft. But eventually, that job did turn profitable. So I was like, well, you know what? I'm just going to turn my passion into a job because this is what I like to do. And lo and behold, life just took me to where I needed to be. So I'm really, really, really privileged in that sense.
You touched on it earlier, but I'm still going to ask it regardless, just kind of for the to fit in with the timestamp here. What part of esports you enjoy doing the most?
I love hosting. I love interviewing. I started commentating. I do like commentating, but it's not my main focus. My favorites would be hosting and interviewing for sure.
What is sorry, this is very much like answer question, answer, question, answer.
No, it's fine.
Just I'm rapid firing you because it's fun. What is the difference between hosting and casting? Because I've seen it a lot, and obviously everyone else has seen it. With MCC Live, for instance, there was the host, which was is it Ian Chambers? It is Ian Chambers, right?
Yeah, Ian. Oh, he's great.
Okay.
I love
he
Ian.
He seems very, very fun to talk to. I will hope to interact with him at one point. But like, he was the host, and then Cara and Wade were the commentators. You see it with Twitch Rivals Online as well. There's the host and there's the casters. So what's the difference?
The biggest difference I can say is Ian appears from the crowd in the entry. The show starts, he pops up from the crowd, makes his way to the stage, says, "Welcome to MCC," that kind of thing. The caster's job is usually off camera. So they are the voice behind the game. They lead you through what is happening, visualize it for you in a lyrical format. And it's really an art. So both of these things require skill and practice, but commentating is definitely something different for sure. Hosting is basically just being the face of the stage, steering the ship, making sure that it gets to the right destination, kind of thing. But commentating is literally so challenging, and you are doing most of the work. You are off camera most of the time, putting your voice behind the game and just trying to explain what's going on the screen to the viewers.
Because I've also noticed it with Twitch Rivals, the online castings, is that like the host will sit there in between games and stuff like that and kind of fire questions at the casters. I feel like it's kind of like that interview segment is the host interviewing the commentators, asking them like their thoughts, how did they do that, blah blah blah.
That's usually, so there's also a separate role for that. If people feel like they fit more into that role more, they're like, oh, I don't feel like I'm a host. Oh, I don't feel like I'm a commentator either. Then there's something called an analyst, which usually there's an analyst desk for these large scale esports events. The host will be with the analysts on the desk. They will run down the game, ask them what happened, and the analyst will break it down in a more statistical format. But on these online shows, we've gotten used to just bringing the casters on and having the host ask some questions, and that's also fine. But usually that is an analyst segment. So that's what that is, I guess.
And then how do the interviewers then play into this? Obviously, like you mentioned there, you like doing the interviews. Kind of call back to MCC Live. We didn't really see much of it. Like, we obviously saw it when the winners went onto the stage and in between games, but they're not very... Are they normally more prominent in esports? Or is that...
So unfortunately, with some esports events, there just isn't enough budget, I guess, or room in the production capacity for an interviewer. You can sometimes just do away with it, which is what a lot of esports productions have been doing on a small scale. For MCC, I wouldn't think they'd need an interviewer unless they want to add a bit of flavor post-competition, be like, wow, that 1v3 was incredible. Can you explain to me what was the clutching factor in that, you know? Usually they do that for more like, I'd say tier 1 esports events. It's really important to have an interviewer to interview the professional players that just come off the stage. People want to know what they have to say. So in Counter-Strike and in League and in Dota, you'll see them having an interview at all times. But it is not a mandatory, I will say. I would love to see more interviews. I will always advocate for more interviews, and I will always advocate for me being an interviewer. But it's not a given for sure, which is unfortunate because I love seeing interviews and I love seeing the personality that come out of the players, not always professionals, but the players and creators, and what they have to say post the competition, like on stage. It's important.
What are some of your favorite esports memories then?
My favorite esports memory
that you've had a direct impact on. So it's like not like, oh, you watch this moment and it's a fun moment. It's like, for instance, like a casting moment or a hosting moment or an interviewing moment, anything like that.
That's a toughie. I have two, if that's all right. So one that's directly related to me, and then one that's related to my fiance. That really sticks out in my mind. So to me, I love trade shows. I love getting to do trade shows. I've been privileged to do enough like games comms at this point, and that's always one of my favorite events. So my favorite esports moment was being on stage at Gamescom, announcing Xbox's Mecha Break game, and like being able to be there for the early release of that and seeing the hype in people. That was so cool. So I do love doing a Gamescom. But otherwise, for a second option, definitely Blast London. I had the privilege of attending with my fiance because he was working at the time, and he was doing the voiceovers for the walkouts on stage. Like it was a big esports moment. Like it's a big arena, like Wembley, you know. So it's thousands of seats, thousands of people are there, like it's a concert. And there's this giant, beautifully produced stage where they lift the players up onto like this elevator stage and like fire comes out and it's amazing. So he got to voice the walkouts for that, and he has an amazing voice. So it was just booming throughout the arena, and it felt so emotional hearing my fiance's voice over this arena, just like hyping everyone up and then seeing the players rise out. That was definitely like a top tier moment in my esports career, in our esports career for sure. But yeah, those are the top two for me.
That's really cool, actually. I love that. So you've had a fair few opportunities then, but you've made them all for yourself as well, so that's good.
Yeah, it's been rough, bro, but you know, that's just esports, isn't it? You just got to keep going, and you hope you have enough passion to pull through, and eventually it works out. Hopefully.
Well, who knows? Maybe by now, maybe by the time the podcast has come out, or maybe sometime in the future, who knows? Maybe I'll get my foot in the door. We'll see. I'm hoping. It'll be nice.
Yeah, no, for sure. I'm sure you'll do great things. I'm sure you have plenty of big things on your horizon with how much you've been prevalent in the Minecraft space. You definitely deserve it.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
Of course, yeah.
Well, with that being said then, I think we've done a good job of covering everything. Is there anything else you thought I might bring up that you wanted to waffle about, or have we done a pretty good job?
You know what? This was so much fun. I don't think I have much more to say. If you have any more questions, feel free to ask, but this was very thorough. Very well done on your research as well.
Thank you.
You do know.
I can't take all the credit. Most of the credit is obviously me because I know you and I keep up with what you do. But also Roman. Aww. I have Roman. They're my one-person researcher. They did a lot of like into the jokes about the capital of Italy Roman. And stuff like that. He
had to watch through my terrible interviews.
No, I watched through them as well. They weren't terrible. They were just, mildly painful.
Yeah, just slightly uncomfortable, but like in the best way where you can't look away. It's like a car crash.
It was just so interesting. I was like, I'm so hooked the entire time with these questions. No, you do a good job of keeping it between like charismatic and serious, so which is nice.
I try my best, because people do value these serious questions, but I don't feel like we have enough fun in East, so I always try to promote that a little.
I respect it, honestly. Well, before I do the outro here, I always like to give this opportunity for you to promote yourself. So for anyone who's listened all the way through, we've got some very loyal viewers on Spotify right now. You've been commenting, I've been seeing you, I've been hearting the comments. We've gained a bit of a loyal listener base now, which is really nice, who will listen to anyone who comes on the podcast, which is sick. So, if anyone who's enjoyed this one and wants to find out more about you, where can people find you?
You can find me on socials at Dampptowel. that's 2P, or at DeadlockAir. We will be posting more about our Minecraft channel coming soon there, so you can find information on that. But otherwise, just thank you so much for supporting Minecraft and the grassroots Minecraft scene. Obviously, this is really important, this podcast, and for all of you loyal listeners, we really appreciate you just, listening the whole way through. So shout out to you guys.
Oh,
One last
you.
shout out for the road.
Let's go. Well, with that being said, thank you all for listening. Thank you so much for coming on. You've been an absolutely amazing guest. This has been great.
Oh, you're welcome. No, thank you, man. I appreciate it. It was so much fun, for real.
This has been InsideMC. Thank you all for listening. Stay safe. Don't eat too much bread. Peaces.